Hello and welcome back to my walkthrough to Final Fantasy 15. In the last episode we finished off Chapter 8, I believe. Oh, we're close to finishing off Chapter 8.
Is she really gonna leave the army?
You seem quite smitten with her.
Which one is it?
One is what?
Her or Cindy?
RNA or Cindy? Oh, wow. Okay, let me think about this for a sec.
I've no doubt both of them can wait.
I love them teasing Prompto about RNA and Cindy. Okay, so, yeah, so we're in Lestallum. In the last episode, we sort of finished off, almost finished off the end, sort of this little loop, because what we had left was, we had to go deal with the Exonerous power plant troubles, helping out Holly there. And then we managed to reunite with Gladiolus, and now we're here. So, first thing we're going to do is just pick up a few quests around here in Lestallum, and then I think at the end of the last episode I mentioned I was going to be doing some sort of loops around.
A little warm for my tastes.
And indeed, we will be sort of making a loop background. We'll head back to Lead and actually pick up some quests down there.
Hey, if it isn't my favorite hunter.
Oh, me?
Who else? The name's Holly, by the way. Forgot to tell you earlier. Thanks for taking care of those demons. I tell you, that was a real shock, having them show up at the plant. I was so shocked, as a matter of fact, I went and did my back in.
You're back?
Yep, it's given me all kinds of grief. I can barely shuffle 10 feet. But wouldn't you know it, the girl in charge of the valves is off today. And her job is to go through town and check they're all shut down.
Want me to go for you?
What, you? I don't know. Sure, why not? If it's no trouble, that is.
Okay, so we need to inspect 8 valves within Lestallum, I believe, in order to actually do this little
I was wringing my
quest.
hands wondering what to do about the valves. When you get to my age,
Bless me.
The valves might be hard to find. I wish I could help. I was wringing my hands wondering what to do about
essentially,
the valves.
this isn't too bad. Essentially, there are a few sort of
Gotta say, the women here have it rough.
Yeah, everyone's got their hands full.
They're in charge of the inspections and everything.
Indeed. They know their way around the machinery like no other.
So essentially, we will very briefly sort of have a little look around for these valves. Whether we find them all isn't really a matter right now, just because, you know, we have so much time. So these are the valves, I believe, that we need to look for. Quests. We have so many quests to sort out. So, steam valve inspection is the one we want to do. Okay, so is it specific ones that we have to do, or is it...
Scary to think that fortresses can float.
I think it is that one that we do need to do, but we just... Maybe we're too early, or maybe that they are... Maybe, again, you have to do them in order. So, anyway, yeah, so yeah, we'll just do a quick sort of little search around here, and then once we've done that, we'll be able to sort of progress onwards. So yeah, pretty sure these are the sort of... Nope, aren't the valves we're looking for. Those are the valves we're looking for. Any ones with steam coming out of.
This one needs a fix, and quick.
Something to be said for peace of mind.
Okay, so that one straight ahead, is that one? No. This is the thing, sometimes like you can't be sure about certain, like, it looks like it's only the ones that are
Now that you mention it, that does seem like a...
This one's seen better days.
So we had Ignis and Prompto sort of talking about the Empire and their continuing of the Magitech program, despite obviously having pretty much succeeded in everything they wanted to do, as we get an Oracle Ascension coin. There's another.
This one needs a fix, and quick.
Okay, so that is 3 of 8. Lovely. And we should be able to find, you know, some more around here. Whether we'll hand this into Holly at the end of this little section is it doesn't matter, really, because we can hand them in. We cannot... again, we have lots more to do here in Lustallum, just with regards to... other quests and various things to hand in, stuff like that. So we certainly won't be left wanting for time, you know, needing excuses to return here. So that's 4 of 8. I think there was another one just along here. Yep.
This one needs a fix, and quick.
So that is 5, so only 3 more. So obviously the map sort of limiting your space is slightly useful, but probably can be done without it. So there's another one within that isn't smoking and therefore is not important to us.
Finally ready to set sail.
Oh, Tisha, baby! Big city, here we come!
So obviously they're all excited to head off to Altisha. Mind you, we will not be heading off to Altisha quite yet. Again, the plan is generally to try and be in a position where once we do Altisha, we'll be able to also then move quite swiftly into episode Ignis, which is coming out very soon, and I'm very excited for that. Once episode Ignis is out, then we can properly continue onwards, and I will push this FF15 run to more the forefront. Obviously, it's sort of been taking a back seat with other things sort of taking larger precedent. But yeah, once that finishes, we can sort of get going. Okay, so I can't be bothered to try and find the rest. They will certainly be somewhere around there.
I like cup noodles as much as anyone, but I think you might like them a little too much, big guy.
There's nothing else like them. They're easy to make whenever you've got a craving, and they're delicious to boot. I'll never forget my first time.
Must have been real eye-opening after all the fine dining you did before that.
So essentially, the cup noodle thing is something that the game's been widely mocked for, as Ignis gets a new recipe for cup noodles. And pretty much reasonably so.
Cup noodles?
So we actually do not have the money, which is rather amusing. Do I have anything that I can just sell for money? I have loads of bronze bangles. Let's get rid of 2 of those.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, we're not going to need it. So let's buy the cup noodles, because I'm pretty sure doing this will actually give us a quest.
Take care now.
Does it not? Yeah, there we go, quest. Okay.
Something dawned on me when I was on my own. Any food you make tastes better when you use good ingredients, right? Then, if you take something already delicious like cup noodles and add in the finest, freshest ingredients, what do you get? The ultimate flavor experience. So I ask you, Noct, what's your favorite ingredient?
Okay, so we get a choice between meat, egg, and shrimp, and essentially these choices give you an option as to which quest you wish to take along this course. For now, we'll take shrimp, I think.
Solid choice. After all, the shrimp they use in cup noodles was selected from over 60 varieties for their flavor and their shape. It's perfection, and some say you can't top that. But I say you never know if you never try. All that's left is to make our noodle dream a reality. First up, the ingredients.
Yeah, whatever you say.
So, as you can see, Gladio's need for noodles is rather over the top, let's say, and I think that's why, because it's just so shameless the way it sort of plugs cup noodles in that way. So essentially, the choices you get there are obviously egg, meat, and shrimp. If you take shrimp, you get the chance to do a hunt for a rogue Carla boss, which is a large crab-type enemy, or shrimp-type enemy. If you do the meat, you have to hunt down a big behemoth, and if you do the egg, you have to collect eggs from the Rock of Ravito, up by the ginormous volcano, which we cannot see where we currently are. It's over that way, I would think. So yeah, and essentially, each of those quests has its difficulties. Probably the egg is the easiest, but doesn't give you a custom enemy. And essentially, if you want to finish off your bestiary, which is something we might as well try and do, in order to do that, we're going to need to get both the Carlabos and the Behemoth as well. But anyway, Iris is here for another quest.
So, remember how I picked something up at the market the other day?
I think so.
Well, this is for you.
What is it?
You put your life on the line every day. So I wanted you to have a little insurance. A lucky charm. It's called a Moogle. This one's gonna look out for all you guys. Keep him by your side, and he'll take care of you. And if he gets roughed up, I'll take care of him. I'll be in Kayam. Later.
Series passes on the Moogle, which essentially serves as a decoy, and you can actually quite easily use it, which is actually pretty useful. So Moogle Plushie there, and now what we can do is head over to the Regalia, and we are going to fast travel, because getting all the way where we want to go is going to take forever. So we will auto to parking spot in Galdin Key, and we will fast travel there. So yeah, no, this is going to sort of be the first stop here. We'll sort of stay in Galdin for a little bit. We've got some the chance to do some hunts, which is quite good. And I believe as of the current updated version, which for me is 1.18, which I think just came out round about today or maybe the day before, sort of like, I think it was 10th of November, and I think today's like 11th or something like that. I don't know exactly the date, probably should. Today is the 13th, actually. So if it was the 10th, apparently it came out. What that means is, but what came with it is the chance to actually finally be able to accept more than one hunt at the same time. And the ability to do that is really, really good because, you know, we haven't had that capacity. And it makes a lot of things easier, especially down here in Galdin, where we have multiple hunts that we can do at our current level.
Relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
So we can see that it is late at night currently.
Take a look at
do we
our
have
wares.
anything new here? I don't think so. No, not at all.
See you later.
So, down here in Galdin, essentially what we're looking for is we've got to talk to Dino because he'll have something to talk to us about, and also we can do this quest for Vive, and we also need to talk to the waitress. Her name is Coctura, and she also has a quest for us. It's also good that we actually are here at night.
Noct! Are you forgetting a certain island?
I don't
Welcome
think
to
we
Galdin
can
Key.
take the pictures with it being so late, unfortunately, which is a bit of a pain. But anyway, let's talk to Coctura. So we can talk, or we can take on the quest.
My
There we go.
favorite hunters. You couldn't have come at a better time.
You need something?
Indeed. And this time my request is as a purveyor of food, not info. I need an ingredient from Tenebrae.
Tenebrae?
It's for a new confection I'm adding to our menu. I had actually planned to do so a while ago, in honor of your marriage to Lady Lunafreya. But with all that's happened, I held off on it.
I see.
The ingredient's quite rare in Lucis, but I'm hopeful that you can track it down.
So, we need to obtain Ulwat berries, and in order to do that, we'll have to return to Kaim. And there'll be a unique little thing that we can do there. Also, we have Dino. We can hand in our quest here.
Hey, fellas. Jeez, that went quicker than I expected. Bet those demons were no match for you, huh, Inch Prey?
They put up a pretty good fight.
Well, you're alive, so, as promised. That baby right there is unlike anything you've seen before. Drop by again sometime and let me know what you think.
Okay, so we're going to get ourselves from a stone-studded stunner. That should give us a Heliodor bracelet, and now we should also be able to take the next of Dino's quests.
Talk about impeccable timing.
I know what this means.
So your Majesty's a mind reader. Well, what am I thinking?
You want more ore.
Bingo. I think we got a real good thing going here.
So we now get reliable royalty. So this area I think is over in Clane, so it's a fair while for us, a fair distance for us to go. So that's where we can take the picture of Angel
Take a
Grad.
shot from here.
Shoot all you want, but nothing will show up. How about we wait till it's light out?
So there you go. So what we'll do in the meantime is we will take on the quests, the hunts from here. Hello.
Welcome back.
Okay, so we don't really have the gil
name for
at the
yourself.
moment to actually. There we go. We got a nice chunk of gil there, but in order for us to move ahead with regards to like our ranking in terms of hunts, I think it'll be well worth us actually taking on the remaining 3 that we have here. So we've got Stealers of Lives, which are Glamhoth, which are similar to like imps and stuff like that. We have Footfalls in the Dark, which is Hobgoblins, which are also, I think they're demon type enemies, so they only appear at night. And then we also have A Nightmare Came by Ferry, which is all about sea devils.
Remember,
And
safety
these aren't too bad generally. Let's see if we can get some food
Welcome
here.
back.
I genuinely do not remember what
We use
food
the
we've already
freshest
had
fish in
here
every
from Galdin, but
We have a
we'll work
sumptuous
something
selection.
out, see what on earth we've got to eat here. So, what can we get? Golden gratin, whitefish tomato sauce, sea bounties risotto, and steamed crab with rock salt. I think we've had this one, and I think we've also had that one, so we'll go for the sea bounty risotto this time. Primarily just to get the
ready in a
boosts.
moment.
Like, I've always spoken about it lots of times already, but the stat boosts that you get from food in this game are really, really good. And Ignis is going to get another recipe, Fisherman's favorite paella. Okay.
Make sure to come back hungry.
So what we'll probably end up doing is pretty much just
Sweet in your honor, huh?
And it could have been in my memory.
Thankfully, the prince is alive and well.
And if the prince is willing to help out, then so am I.
So if we just quickly check the map, because I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we've got one hunt here. I think we've got another. I think the other hunts are also just around this area. But what we'll do to start off with is sort of just. So yeah, Stealers of Lives is definitely the first one. What we'll start off is we'll also want to do some fishing here, just because we haven't caught nearly all of the fish around this area, so it's well worth us catching a few and between the fishing and the hunting, we should be more than able to sort of run through the rest of to the end of the day. So we'll probably only fish till 2 because we don't want to miss the chance to actually do these hunts. And I can't remember whether night ends at 4 or at 6. So, Gordon
We
Shoals.
did struggle a bit without you.
Oh, yeah?
Couldn't get the fire going.
You could have just cast it. Respool the line before it's too late.
Okay, so just get a super baleen. Yeah, lure works. Let's see what. So let's just check. So we've got the Dragon Drain here. I think the Howling Gust was one of the might have been the rod that we got previously, and as is the Alberio. We sort of got lots and lots of fishing sort of items from, you know, our exploits in the various carnivals.
Yes! What the hell was that?
Okay, this one doesn't seem too bad at all.
Ease off on the reeling.
Yep, there we go. Lovely. And we get ourselves an Allural sea bass. First Allural sea bass we've had, and Ignis gets another recipe to go with it, which all very, very good. This one seems to be decreasing rather fast, which is good news. Nice and quick.
Wow, you did good.
So we get ourselves a black barrelfish, which is a new fish for us. That is 2, so last one. At least in this area, just to be sure.
Here we go.
Oh, we got a big one.
Okay, this is a much more difficult fish. I'm regretting not having
better get ready to land it.
Turn the rod toward the fish.
yeah, we're struggling.
Look at the size of that thing.
Unfortunately, it usually gets much harder towards the end, so... Yes! Oh, that was really good, really good.
This is a new one. Yeah, scored big this time.
Okay, we get ourselves a copper Allural sea bass as another new fish.
About time for a new line.
And we'll quit
Nice
and
work, dude.
start making our way back across. And hopefully we can do... I believe only the first 2 of these hunts are nighttime only, so...
Better make tracks. Chop chop, Propto.
There it is, Jiffy.
speed is of the essence. Okay, so Glamhoths times 7. Let's take on these little imp-like creatures.
Sleep. I need sleep.
Been too long since we got a full night's rest.
Time you put an end to that.
Okay, so here we go. Glamhoths, what are you? You are weak to polearms and daggers and fire. So, let me just... We have a Firaga spell? No? A Ferra spell, that'll do. Do we have any good daggers? Assassin's daggers.
Don't die on me.
Well, now what hit them?
Should be good practice. Say your prayers. What's the word?
Worry about your...
Let's go.
Okay, so press circle when the meter is active. To string together attacks, you can perform up to 10 successive strikes in a single cross chain.
Roger.
I have never seen that before. I believe that was something that was available to do in episode of Sky, but essentially was never put into the final game until much more recently, essentially.
Swing that thing!
Okay, lovely.
Let's finish.
Okay, so with that one done, we can now move on to Footfalls in the Dark,
Show no mercy.
which is just a little bit north of here. Footfalls in the Dark,
And
not
on we go.
Footfallers.
Right.
So that wasn't too bad. Obviously, you know, right use of spells and stuff like that always helps. So, Hobgoblins. These guys, we should have met, I believe we've met them before in one of the dungeons. I do not remember, though. They are weak to fire and broadswords.
Getting by. No big deal. Couldn't stop. It's not looking so hot. Is it poison?
Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. I was a little bit worried at times, but it wasn't too bad. That they seem to do quite a lot of damage, and they could sort of not quite stun you, but sort of get you into a position where you were locked away and you couldn't sort of free yourself from their grasp. So Noctis is finally cured from poison. You can see obviously our max or our available health has been decreased because of demons and their specific type of damage that they do. And now what we can do is we can take on the final of these little quests, which is a nightmare came by Ferry So, sea devils, we've already met sea devils. They're pretty much like slightly more dangerous Sahagin, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then what we can do is, once we've picked off these last few sea devils, we can then rest up at the haven and sort of finish off for today. Although we'll probably do some fishing just beforehand as well.
Sleepy. It is about that time.
Okay, so our inventories are largely full, which means I'll probably do some elemency before the battle. So, hello, sea devils.
Tread lightly.
So, these guys are strong against fire, weak against ice, and normal swords. So, and pistols. So, what that means is gear. Noctis. Get on that ice brand. Ice spear. And Lionheart is... Oh, when did we get the Lionheart? Do not know when we got that weapon. It may all be Prompto's weapons. I'll have to check. Because I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so yeah, and then Elemency. We only have 6 Blizzard, that's the problem. Anyway, we'll make a nice lightning spell, or a dual cast. Ooh, that hurt. Okay.
Watch yourself, locked.
I know. You need to help in this.
Not good.
Gladio, do it.
Sorry to break this up.
Nice work, Gladio.
Bingo!
Okay, boom. So, that's one sea devil then. Was it? They were weak to, yeah, weak to ice. It was just that gladiators need to do a huge amount of damage with ice.
Move out, soldier. 10 high. That's insubordination.
Out of the way!
Okay. So I think that was meant to be one of these animations where sort of not just gets caught by, in one of these guys' jaws and sort of gets dragged away from the group. Okay, so should be able to finish this guy off pretty swiftly now. Boom, there we go, lovely. Sweet, okay, that went really, really well.
Too close for comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
Rock
Aside
and
from the
roll.
obviously aside from the needing to heal, that went pretty well as a whole. Can't be too upset with that. And now what we can do is quickly pop to the fishing spot and then And then we'll return back to the Haven in order to stay there.
Behind you, Noct!
Got it.
Just some stone shears or, you know, nondescript crabs. Okay, so fishing.
Respool the line before it's too late.
Yep, probably a good idea. So we'll see what we can sort of find around here. We've already caught Galdin and certain trevally around here, so that is one big fish, if that's a fish down there. No, it just looks like a rock. I'm gonna say. Looked huge. Okay, nice quick one. Obviously, each time doing this increases, you know, Noctis's skill at fishing, which makes the fishing easier, so it's always worth sort of, even if it is just like a small fish like that, well worth sort of just catching it, just to add. Also, we get more AP, which is never a bad thing. Another short one, this will be. Just hold down, reel in.
You did good.
Get ourselves a giant trevally again. Once more, nice and swift. Getting a bit more tension now. But nothing difficult.
You've improved.
A golden trevally. So lots of trevally. We'll maybe do 2 more and see if we can catch anything different.
What the hell was that?
Holy. Okay, probably not going to catch this one. That is massive. Could not tell that he changed direction there. Did about 150 to my line health just in that sort of one maneuver. And this is why this is going to be difficult. Like, all he needs to do, he just needs to change direction enough times that my line, you know, snaps. Still, done pretty good so far. Regularly taking off a decent chunk of his health. Nope. I think this will be ultimately fruitless. This may well be the final fish to catch in Navith's quest line, because I remember thinking that his last fish was up in the Vesper Pool, but it's actually down here in Galdin. So it may well be this particular fish. And if we can do half with, you know, Spider Silk and not maxed out everything, then we're doing pretty well. I would say. Yeah.
And it's gone. You gotta
Fortunately,
take more
obviously,
care
we
with the
do lose
line.
our lure, which is never fun. But do we have anything that's going to be particularly useful? But I don't think that was a particularly valuable lure, so I'm not too worried about it. It goes to show you that you can actually sometimes see the big fish, so you can know exactly where to sort of aim for. Got some more small fish. Well, there's a bigger one down there as well. We'll catch one more and then we'll quit for the day. Back to being nice and quick. Okay, cool. Anything new? Anything new?
Not. You can show a bit of emotion,
That's just
you know?
another trevally. Okay, cool. So that is going to be it. We will stop fishing. We will head back to the haven and rest up. So in the next episode, we will drive north, drive up to Longwive, and then from there we can get...
Ignis, we're going. On my way.
So yeah, from Longwive we can sort of head up towards Hammerhead. There are some more hunts that we can take on there, which is pretty good. And then once we're in Hammerhead, we can also take on a few hunts there, which is all very, very useful going forwards. So we'll probably try and finish off Lead, you know, this half of the map, or this third of the map, I should say, in the next episode or so. And then once we've done that, we can then concentrate on like doing a lot in Disguise and then doing a lot in Claim.
Make camp.
So, camp. We will camp.
Let's call it a day. I'll see what I can whip up.
A good day's work. We'll get a nice chunk of money once we hand in those hunts, which is good. Do 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 do. Okay, what do we want to eat? Is a good question. If we go for something like... Can't get that one. I'm pretty sure we've had the dish and chips. Which one of these have we not had yet? It's a good question. Creamy fowl saute, creamy crustacean omelette, quail horn soup, which I think we've already had. This is the problem when you sort of completely... I try and keep track of everything, but I can't always do such a thing. Okay, Crown City, I'm pretty sure we haven't had these dumplings. Yeah, pretty sure we haven't, so we'll take this, Crown City Dive Star Dumplings. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so little bit of experience for everyone. Noctis up to level 41, everyone else at level 40. Noctis fishing goes around almost getting another thing. Anything interesting here? Some fishing, some battles, some more fishing, and that's about it. So, okay, that is going to be it. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my walkthrough to Final Fantasy 15, and I hope you will join me on the next, where, as I say, we'll be heading north to Longwive, and then heading up towards Hammerhead. So, hope to see you on the next episode.